Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Ellen and I have been a working artist for about 8 years now. And today I want to talk about business cards. It is not the most exciting topic, I know, but really business cards are a pretty important thing. And it's usually the least thought of when it comes to our brand and our business, at least from my own personal experience. These things are something that we're told that we need to have. Everybody has them, so it's just sort of a thing that everybody does. They have business cards. But how much thought do we really put into them? Well, we should be putting a lot of thought into them because it is the first impression that you are giving a new client or a potential customer. If you happen to meet somebody in person and you need to have a business card on hand, you don't want them to just cram it into their pocket or their coat or their wallet only to get home and toss it into the trash. I have to say that I am not very good about keeping business cards myself. It's the last thing that I put in somebody's package, and I suspect that it's probably the first thing that people throw away when they get it. People just don't hang on to them. And I kind of wanted to do an experiment to see if I kind of upped my business card game, if I could maybe get more sales as a result. So I wanted to do this little experiment. I gave my business cards a facelift recently, and I thought that I would just go through and show you how they have evolved over the last 8 years and what I am doing with them now. And I plan on doing a progress update video in a few months regarding this, just to see if I've noticed an increase in sales, or if my customers maybe give me some feedback about these, because I really think that if more people hung on to them, if they had a reason to hang on to them, then they might pass them on to somebody else, or someone else might ask about them. I know that I would hang on to them a little bit more if they weren't just so traditional. If it was something really unique, I always find myself hanging on to business cards if they're really unique. So anyway, I thought I would do an unboxing and show you guys what my new business cards look like. We'll talk a little bit about it, and you can let me know what you think. And so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, first things first. So this is what my first business card looked like way back in 2012, I guess it was. I actually found a designer on Etsy, and I had her design this little logo for me. I thought that it was really important to have a logo as part of my new brand, and I think it cost me like $60 for her to do something like this. And at the time I was creating a lot of swirls in my artwork. So I had these little swirls sort of popping in and out of these trees, and I had a little bird up here. It's kind of cute. But this was how I started out, and it says Ellen Brenneman Studio. There's a little paintbrush there, and then my name again, and then underneath it says let the beauty of art carry on. I thought that having like a little uplifting saying was a good idea. I was doing a lot of yoga and inspirational art there in the beginning, and a lot of landscape, tree art, things like that. So I have my name underneath that, my website, and my Etsy site, and then connect with me at, I have my Facebook page here, and then my email address down at the bottom. So I had these cards for quite some time. And then as my style started evolving and I started doing my spirit animals, which if you go to my Etsy shop now, that's pretty much all you're going to see is my wildlife paintings and prints and things like that. So once I started doing that, I knew I needed to change things up a little bit. So I then went from that to this, and this wolf was one of the first paintings that I did in my Spirit Animals series. So I thought, okay, well, this is a little bit more interesting, so let's do like a painting in the background and then just fade it out a little bit and maybe just sort of tweak the wording so that it just doesn't look like there's so many words and phrases going on. I just wanted to keep it a little bit more simple and clean. So Ellen Brenneman Studio, Ellen Brenneman underneath that, artist owner under that, and then I put the words shop, my Etsy shop, connect, and my email address, and not my email address, my website address, and then email at the bottom. I did get a lot of feedback from customers saying, your letters are too small. I can't read what your website address is. You need to make things bigger. So I ended up not doing that because it had bought 500 of these, and I thought, I kind of got lazy. So I had these for quite some time. And then last year I changed to this. And I just basically did the same thing. The only difference between the last one and this is I had become an LLC. So when you become an LLC, you have to put that after the name of your business. And then I rounded off my corners. I thought, well, this maybe will prompt people to want to hang on to my business cards. It looks pretty different, right? Again, Ellen Brenneman, artist owner, and then shop and connect with. So I've got my Etsy address and I have my email address down here. I don't even have my website on this one, but I didn't really notice an uptick in sales even when I did this, and I was pretty proud of this business card too. It's funny how we think that something as simple as rounded corners is going to be enough to, make people say, oh, I just love your business card. I'm going to hang on to that. Nope, that did not happen. So I decided to go with, oh man, I'm going to have to zoom out here. Ugh. Now you can see. So I decided to go with another company altogether. I was using Vistaprint for my business cards. I'm sure you've heard of Vistaprint. They are, if you Google Vistaprint, they come right up in Google, and a lot of people use them for business cards. I decided to go a different route for this most recent uplift or facelift in my business card experiment. So I went with moo.com, MOO.com, and I just got this today, so I haven't even opened it yet. But look, I love how it comes in this nice package, and then they put a sample business card right here on the front. This one is, let me set this aside, just show you my very first one here. But it's glossy as opposed to the last ones that I have. It's square and the corners are rounded, so it looks a lot different than my last three designs. And then here I had an option of putting one of my paintings. I have a snowy owl, as you can see here, and then my name, or my business name, and then underneath that, Ellen Brenneman, artist owner, and then under that, ellenbrennemanstudio.com, and then my email address. So on this one, I don't even have Etsy listed. I'm just trying a whole bunch of different things. The reason why I don't have Etsy listed on this one is because on my website, I have the ability now, recently, I use Wix, and Wix recently just integrated, you have the ability to integrate with Etsy. So I can allow people to shop directly from my website, and then when they want to make a purchase, they just click on buy, and then it takes them automatically to Etsy. So I thought, well, they'll go to my website, but that they'll still get redirected to Etsy if they want to purchase something. So again, I'm just trying different things. So you would think that this would be enough, right? Maybe not. Maybe you think, oh, this is still kind of boring. Why would someone want to keep this? Because it doesn't look that much different than these, right? I mean, you know, so what, it's square. That's not going to cause people to want to hang on to it. Are rounded corners going to want people to hang on to a business card? Probably not. I mean, they may say, oh, it's kind of different, but if I were them, I probably wouldn't be hanging on to this. So why is this different? Well, I'm going to show you. So we're going to go ahead and open this up, and then you can see why I am excited about these and why I think these will be different. And let me tell you, if this doesn't work, nothing is going to work, in my opinion. I don't think I'm going to find anything any better than this. So here, we'll do this. So this is the way they are, and I really like Moo. I've ordered from Moo before, but I mean, their packaging is just absolutely gorgeous. I love, love, love their packaging. So this is something that I can keep my business cards in, and here they are here. We're going to just set this aside. So again, here we have my cards. So what makes these different is the back. On the back, I have the ability to put as many of my paintings as I wanted on the back of each design. So they don't have to look the same. In fact, they are all quite different from one another. I think that I uploaded 20 different designs altogether. And look at how gorgeous these colors are. I mean, come on. These are just beautiful. There's my Black Panther. I mean, the colors are stunning. These just look better than I thought they would. Now, this is a card that I would keep. If somebody handed me a card that had these little paintings, these little images on the back, I would be hanging on to this card for a long time, if for nothing else than just to have a little miniature painting on hand. And then if you want to know more about the artist, you just flip it over and there is my info. So, I mean, these are just, I just can't stress how much I love these. So these are the different ones that I got all together. I think there are 20 here. And the beautiful thing about Moo is that I ended up with 200 cards, I believe is what I got. And I could have done 200 different designs on the back. The front has to stay the same, but on the back, you can change every single design. So I ended up uploading 20 different designs. I could have kept going, but I thought 20 different designs is probably more than enough. So that's what makes these cards different. I know I would hang on to these. Would you guys hang on to a business card if it looked more like this? I don't know. I'm hoping that this is going to help me out as far as sales go, so that when somebody sees it, I will probably have this part facing out so that people will know that there's something on the back. If they look at this, they may just think, oh, it's just another business card. But if they have this on it, and these are really thick, you guys. I mean, they're thick. They feel like a really nice, luxurious playing card. Not like a super thin playing card, but, and I don't remember what point I got. I want to say it's 16 point. Let's see. It doesn't say. Okay, it doesn't say, but I believe this is 16 point. And the fact that it's glossy just really made these colors pop. So I got 200 of these. And the reason why I got them when I did was because Etsy was having some sort of a deal with Moo where they were offering 45% off of your total order if you were an Etsy seller. So I was like, well, if I'm going to try this, I'm going to try it now, because these are not cheap to get. If you're used to getting Vistaprint cards, you can get, I don't even want to guess how much they are. I should have done this before I started the video. I want to say it's something like you can get sometimes 500 business cards for that can't be right, $10. That doesn't sound right. That sounds way too cheap for Vistaprint. But Vistaprint is always holding sales, and you can get a lot of business cards for not a lot of money at Vistaprint. For 200 business cards, including my 45% discount, I still ended up paying, it was around $60 for these. So around $60 for 200 cards. But like I said, these are luxurious premium cards. I am probably not going to get rid of my last design anytime soon. I'm still going to hang on to these, and I will have these on hand to give to people. But if I really want to impress somebody, these are the ones that I'm going to be sending out. I am going to send these out and hope that that I can at least get my return back. So the only way to test it is to try it, right? So I'm going to be your guinea pig. I am. Too bad I don't have my guinea pig in here. That would have been a great joke. No, shoot. Anyway, I'm going to be your guinea pig, and I am going to let you know if this works for me, if having people hang on to my business cards, if offering them something like this where they have my information on hand, if it helps my sales any. So anyway, thank you for watching, everybody, and let me know, what do you do? Do you pay any attention to your business cards? Do you just have a basic design? Do you care about business cards? Do you keep other people's business cards? Some people collect them. I'm not one of those people, unfortunately, but you know, there's a time for everything, and maybe this will cause people to change their mind about throwing business cards away. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching, you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.